Good morning, folks. Rick Shaw here. Started my walk a little early. I got out at about 3:30. I was doing a big hike, and over we call it Frog Street because so many frogs you always see on there. I always see 2 or 3 kids. Kids like them. Moon likes to play with the frogs and stuff. So that's what we call that street. And there's a big Saturday night party still going on over there. And the one thing I did notice that they're still doing here, and I said this way back in March when the president was shutting everything down, why didn't he tell them, or the governors, to tell the people stop sharing your glasses, stop eating out of the pollutant out of this with the same spoon? Because I went by, they didn't notice me because I'm in dark clothes, and it was all lit up inside there pretty good, and I walked by a couple times on my walk, and they're all sharing the same spoon and drinking out of the same glass. You know, they pass the glass around, so that's something that should end here. I don't know too many other places that do it, but it's just what they're doing. I wish I could see them going. I still don't buy into this cerveza bug. I just don't buy into it. You look at the death counts in the world, and in different places there's less people dying this year, and a miraculous cure. So, you know, everybody knows it's kind of a phony thing. I truly believe that it could have been instigated worldwide just for the selection that we're going through in my country. I could see that. Don't give up, guys, on that yet. I don't think that's anywhere near over yet. But got out and had a nice walk this morning. It's about 4:30, almost 5. So, but we're gonna get out here today, and we got the tutor coming again for the kids. They really love that. We're switching over. We were just doing weekends because of her schedule. A few hours for each kid on the weekend, but starting next Tuesday, we're going to switch to daily. We're going to start going daily, like a Monday through Friday thing. Me, I'm still just going to get a couple days a week, for me to absorb it instead of going the whole thing. I don't know what's going to happen when we move. If we're going to, find another tutor, or how we're going to do the school with them. If there's a private school they can go to. I don't believe that any kid should be kept out of school now with this computer stuff. The computer infrastructure just isn't going to handle it. And you see every weekend the people are going down to the school to pick up modules and stuff, and it's just a huge traffic mess. It's terrible. It's so. I don't know what they're going to do in this country. I really don't. The systems aren't built up enough. This is a developing country, and if you look at how they run things, Filipinos are very ingenious of getting things fixed and done. But when you look at how they'll put things up, like if you see the strings of wires all over, and they just keep adding to, it's a mess. And when we move, just from looking at the pictures, we're going to try to get down there real soon. My wife's going to check for January, see what kind of passes we need to go. I don't know if we need any, because we didn't need any to go see Manila. So we're gonna check and see what the heck's going on with that. And I want to go down and look. But from the pictures, the girls taking pictures and putting them out the window, and I'll have some more pictures tomorrow, Monday. And there's no other houses going up. I understand that some of the folks that, they were taking a loan to do their down payment on these places. And then what happened was the loans got stalled. They couldn't make them. Now, what the company that's building the meter land is going to do, whether that's okay with them, and they'll just let them make it up when they can, or what, or are these people going to forfeit? I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. But right now, on our street, we're it. There's no other places going up. And they always tell you in the development it's always bad to be the first one in. this country here, I'm glad I carry a plug kit. Because when they do construction, they always carry stuff in on tricycles, and they're dropping nails and screws. I've had more flats. When I was young, I bought cheap tires for my buggies and cheap cars too. I actually got a car one time for $10 an 8-track tape deck. So I wasn't putting the best tires on them. Wasn't going anywhere, too far, too fast. And I went ahead and I got flats then. And then I wised up and started buying new tires, and that ended my flats. And I actually went in the States for, my goodness, it had to be 30 years that I never had a flat, because I kept good tires on my vehicles. I never had to change a flat. I had all the stuff to do it, but never had to do it. Most of the time, the plug kits I had and my compressor I carried around. If I'd see somebody with a flat, I'd go fix them instead of having them change it. So, even over here, the neighbor got one when they were doing construction. But this car's got a flat on all corners now. I mean, it sucks. I got plugs everywhere. I had to double plug the one because it was about a 3/4 inch drill bit that poked through my tire, a broken drill bit. And that was sticking in there. I got a low tire. My wife noticed it, and I jacked it up and pulled out a big bit. So that really sucked. And I threw a double plug, and it's holding, but I got to drop the spare and put that on and get that one up underneath. I always worry about doing that, because then if it goes flat underneath, then I got emergency. I don't have it, but I don't know. This car is not wearing tires bad at all. I mean, they're evenly worn. You look at the front to the back. This thing is just tracking perfect. I've had 2 Hondas, and 2 of my favorite cars, both of them were the Hondas. Now, I did have a F-150 pickup with that little 4.6 motor, and when I got it, the guy said, "Hey, we can do these parts on it, these Cobra parts and stuff, and we can give it a little bit more power for you." And then they said, after you get it, we can't do it, but you can do this computer change. And they gave me an address of a company where I sent the computer into. And holy mackerel, that really woke that beautiful little truck up. And I loved that one too. I really thought that was a heck of a vehicle. And I just souped up the motor a little bit. It had a automatic in it. That was my first pickup truck with an automatic. And I also had the Detroit locking rear differential, because if you hit the gas down more than halfway, it would just light them tires off, and you could go through tires pretty quick on that buggy. But my other favorite vehicle, my other Honda that I just loved, I had a Honda Element. I hear they're going to start making that thing again, and that was just the most fantastic vehicle. But the target market, this Japanese messed up, because they said, it's going to be for Generation X, and that's who's going to buy it. Well, you know what? Everybody I ever seen that had one was somebody like me, 40s, 50s, 60s, because you see the utility in it. What a fantastic vehicle. So, they're making them again. Probably not here. Probably won't get it here. But me getting stuff right now during this Cerveza bug thing is tough. I want to get the CRF 150L. I want to buy that, but I want a black one. I just don't like the Honda red. And find one. Hey, we'll get you one. They told me January. Now they're telling me February. We'll get you one. Give us the money, and we'll get you one. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff here. Give them the money, you'll never see it again. But they go out of business or something, or change their name. It's just like this fan company here. I had to laugh. We went in and bought a fan, and the only reason I bought it was a Chinese one, and it had a 5-year warranty. I said, I'm going to get that 5-year warranty. Well, lo and behold, it lasted about the same as all the rest of them, about 6 months, and it burned out. So I went to go get in contact with the company. The store doesn't take care of it. You have to go to the company, they told me. Got it from a True Value. So I got a hold of this. Well, that company was out of business. Now they're still building the same exact fan, and they had the same exact fan sitting on the floor in True Value. The only thing different was that little plastic thing in the center of the fan housing. That had a different name on it, but they still had the 5-year warranty. They're not honoring any of that stuff. It's just amazing the stuff that you get here that burns out so quick. And it's like the Chinese motorcycles too, that they just fade and fall apart and rust. I don't know why they don't start building some really good stuff. But I've been seeing a lot of things on the news with other countries and how they're dealing with China now, and they have a huge rice shortage. They're flooding real bad. I feel sorry for the people there. You can't always blame the people. It's the governments that start all the trouble. They get crazy, and they like they're kings or something. But it's usually the government's the trouble, not the people. And I feel bad for the people. They need to wake up and tell their government, hey, but that's a communist country, and it's a shame. I feel bad for the people. I feel bad for the people in my country with what's going on. I really do. It's a lot of people are getting disheartened right now because of what the mainstream media is saying and doing. But I wouldn't be disheartened yet, everybody. Just keep to it. I'll have to label this video another quatrain, not because I'm speaking in a funny language to talk about it. It's just because I'm trying not to talk about it too much at all, so that they don't take my videos down. They're not monetizing me anyway. I watched some videos on being monetized and all this kind of stuff, and then I got a thing from YouTube that said, oh, once you get this, somebody said you had to apply for it, and I did that. I got the AdSense, I got all the stuff. I did all the stuff they require, and they said when you get up to a certain point, we'll notify you, and like that. Well, I checked my watch hours for the last year, and it was 10,000, I think, over what they needed. It was 4,000 watch hours. I had 50,000, or it was 40,000 or something like that. I had 50,000. I had 10,000 over. Plus, I have the views. I have the 1,074. Now they are cheating me on the people that are watching. They're cheating, plain and simple. They're knocking my number down of my. I should have a couple thousand viewers. They knocked off my notifications on my email that said when somebody applies, so they're messing with it. I just had a new subscriber the other day. It never showed up, and it was showing up for everybody. And I saved those on who's, because it says it right on there. As soon as it says so and so has subscribed to your channel. That quit when they shut down the one video on mine. Well, now it's two. They went back and took another one. They didn't shut my channel off because it was an old video, and they took it. It's gone. It shows on my thing that it was removed for copyrights, or not copyright, but for terms of service. So that's two of them gone. So they're stifling my account, and then I have a buddy that works in a warehouse, and I've known him for years, and he's the boss there, a third shift boss. Knew him from where I used to live, and he said he's got 23 employees at night. And I said, can you do me a favor? And you guys don't have to keep it. Everybody's got phones, right? And he said, yeah, most of them at third shift are the younger crowd. And I think he said the oldest one's 32. They're all new hires. That's who gets the third shift. He takes it because he gets $3 more an hour. He's almost my age. But so he works third shift warehouse, and 23 people subscribe to my channel, and I'm talking to them on the video messenger while they're doing it. They're all sitting in the lunchroom and they're doing this, and they all come up. Now, a bunch of them said they were going to keep it because it was an interesting channel, so they were watching it. He said almost all of them. I think he said 20 of them, 19 of them. He said was going to keep the channel, because I said, look, you can unsubscribe. That's fine with me if you don't like it, but at least keep it on there for a week or so. Well, while this was going on, my count went from 1,072 down to 1,068 right after. And I watched it for a couple days, and then it went down to 164, and then it went back up to 168. Today I think it's at 174. But those people I picked up, and he said none of them have turned it off yet, because they're waiting to see what happens, because I'm talking to him every day. And so they're artificially deflating my numbers to try to say you're no good or something, is what they're doing now. And I'm a conservative guy, so they don't want that. And I'm wondering if this old Biden and knee pads get in, how bad it's really gonna get. I mean, are they just gonna go back on all these old videos and just say nobody can even see that and shut it off? I don't know. There's no First Amendment with these guys. You say it my way or it's the highway with them. This is not freedom at all. Now they're talking about pulling this 230 thing or something and making it, where they're like a publisher, they call it. I think they'll really take people down then, because if they can get sued for stuff. So I don't know what's going on. I hear there's a suit against Facebook now with this toenail dude. The guy looks like a big toe. I mean, does he still live with his mommy? I mean, why are all these ultra-liberal people weird looking? Dude, listen. I wear tongs all the time. I can't get that guy out of my head anymore, his vision of his face, because it looks like my big toe. So I don't know. Well, I'm picking on him a little bit, but I'm going to let you guys go. This is Rick Shaw. Don't forget to pray for each other. Rick Shaw out.